Hello, all you beautiful kings and queens. As you come in, please hit the like button. It is imperative that you hit that like button. It keeps me in the algorithm. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We have a lot to cover, you guys. Let's go over some groundwork. As you come in, again, hit that like button. If you'd like to send me super chats and super stickers, all you have to do is click the sign and send me super chats and super stickers. Also, in my description is my Venmo and my PayPal link. So if you want to support me in that way and donate and sponsor my channel, you can as well. Again, in my description, there's my Venmo and my PayPal link. Thank you for coming to my live. I am Queen Lillie. We have so much to cover, y'all. And another thing, doing some housekeeping. You can also become a member. I have 2 levels. Ruby's, $4.99. Diamond membership is $9.99. $99.99. I apologize. Also, the thing is with the memberships, you get things that the regular subs do not get. You get the news that may go in my live before the people that are regular subs get it. You get things that the other subs do not get. So get your membership. The $4.99 membership, you can't beat it. Get it now. The Epstein file, some of that is in there. Some of the stuff with Trump's name all over is in the memberships. So get you one. Hello again, everybody that's coming in. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Thank you, Queen Victorious One. Again, I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. I value each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. When you get a chance, go check out my new short I just posted. I went somewhere today, had a nice luncheon, and check it out. It's a short that I did. It's me looking fabulous as ever. And y'all gonna love the shoes I have on, and my toes all nice painted, red, polished, and all. Check it out. Go check out my short. You will not regret it. You get to see how amazing my body is in this bodycon dress. Check it out. Go right now. But y'all, it's so much going on. We're going to be talking about Governor Newsom because he is not falling for the banana in the tailpipe from Donald Trump. Although Donnie might like a little banana in his tailpipe, Governor Newsom with his fine self, it ain't happening on his watch. Y'all, Governor Newsom is a strong man while Donnie is a weak man. He got embarrassed today by who? Putin. In my opinion, he has gotten embarrassed because there's no deal with Putin. Putin gave Donnie the whatever. I ain't signed a deal with you. Putin is not a weak man. I don't care for Putin. I don't care for Donnie. But Putin is a strong man. Donald J. Trump is a weak man. In my opinion, he's a peasant because he looks down on the American people and treat us like we are peasants, like he's standing at a castle, on top of a castle, looking down on us. No, Donnie. You got there because of the American people. It wasn't my vote. And it wasn't my people in the chat vote. You're no better than us. You just have more money. You even became a billionaire since you've been in the Oval Office this term. You wasn't before, you lied. But you are now. From your Bitcoin, crypto, your kids making money off the White House while Americans are suffering. But I'm looking forward to Governor Newsom wearing Donnie out because I got a lot for y'all. What y'all want to start with first? Talking about Governor Newsom or Putin? Which one y'all want me to talk about first? The Putin situation or Governor Newsom? Tell me which one. Who plastic? Because I ain't never had no surgery. And I don't even wear foundation or face. None of that. I come out here, you can see what I had, a pimple, everything. I come out here fresh face. So I don't know what you're talking about. Plastic, baby. This God right here. No makeup, boo. Filling my eyebrows, put on my lipstick, and I come out here and give you what you want, I give you what you need. Don't call me, though. So let's get started, all you beautiful kings and queens. Hit that like button as you come in. Come out them bushes and hit that like button. Stop coming over here and stealing my beauty. Y'all ain't doing nothing but Stealing my beauty. When you don't come over hit that like button, you stealing from my beauty. So you, King Edward Thornton want to talk about Putin first. Hey, King LaSwan. Hello, all you beautiful kings and queens. Hello, King Alan. Hello, King. I don't know if you're a king or a queen, but hello, Crown Wearer Crazy Adventures. Hello, Queen Victorious One. Hello, everybody in my chat. You all are beautiful kings and queens. So we're going to start with Putin first, okay? So, y'all, I'm going to let y'all hear this part. Y'all going to laugh at Donnie because he swear he's a deal maker. He wrote that book, what was it called? Deal Maker or something like that. Donnie can't close a deal if he breathes. He can't close a deal. But listen to this, y'all. Y'all going to laugh. We got so much to talk about with this Putin situation.
Breaking news right now. There is no deal. Donald Trump was not able to secure a ceasefire deal. He just held a short press conference with Vladimir Putin, and I'm actually stunned. They didn't take any questions. Putin described the history of Ukraine, how Ukraine is a brotherly nation to Russia, then proceeded to say that there were some agreements being made. But then when Donald Trump spoke, he said there's no deal until we have a deal. Said that there was a very productive meeting that they came to.
He tried to manhandle Putin.
But they have no deal. No ceasefire, no deal. Donald Trump said for a long time, that he could get this war done in 24 hours. He just met with Russian President Vladimir Putin, shook hands with him, smiled with him, allowed him to go into the presidential beast, the vehicle in which Donald Trump, the United States president, drives. No deal. Spread the word to more people. Now I'm going to do a full breakdown of this right now on my Substack, linked in bio, so subscribe for free. Follow along for all the news you need to know about. Breaking news.
Subscribe to Aaron Partners. He's a great content creator. You're not going to find it much better, but he's one of the greatest on YouTube. I really love his channel. Donald Trump went after him. He stood tall and he didn't back down. I love it. Nobody should back down to somebody wearing a diaper. Somebody smell bad? Really? Is that what we're doing? That's not what we're doing. That's not what kings and queens do. No. Who done it piss y'all? So, and his face scares me. I'm going to show you, then I'm going to read it. Donnie's face really scares me. Y'all have no idea. No idea. I'm in fear of Donald Trump's face. Oh, help me, Lord. So this is his face. He pissed off, y'all. Donald Trump is pissed off. Trump left fuming after world leaders ganged up on him over Putin. The world stage is not happy with Donald Trump. European leaders reportedly torched the U.S. president during a virtual call ahead of Russia President Vladimir Putin's Friday trip to Alaska. Two sources familiar with the call told Annex. Trump downplayed the historic contact between the two superpowers as a fill-out meeting, though the Europeans disagreed, claiming in the Wednesday call that Trump was leveraging his time with Putin to coordinate a ceasefire arrangement with Ukraine without the country's leader, President Volodymyr Zelensky, at the negotiation table. Donald Trump is a crook. He's crooked. The call lasted for more than an hour and featured several snipes at Trump from French President Emmanuel Macron. He got problems of his own right now, y'all. Who took a very tough position on the meeting, according to a source on the call that spoke with Annex. Macron emphasized that a meeting is a very big thing to give Putin. But Trump didn't like that, the source said. Zelensky offered his own blunt warning to Trump, underscoring the United States leader that Putin cannot be trusted. Polish President Karol Nawrocki reminded Trump of the battle, Warsaw, exactly 105 years ago, when Poland fought together with Ukrainians against the Bolsheviki and Russia, reported Axis. Putin's visit will be the first time that Russian leader has stepped foot on U.S. soil in more than a decade. But what sort of new ground Trump would be able to gain is not clear. Putin has remained adamant that any peace deal would require international legal recognition of Russia's 2014 annexation of the Crimea, and an international recognition portion of Ukraine, along with 4 regions it has claimed in the 3 years since its first invade Ukraine. Russia is not listening to Donald Trump. Nobody take you serious, Donnie. And you know Putin owns you. When y'all see how Donnie look after that meeting, it's like Putin told him, sit your ass down and you listen to me, boy. And I want y'all to pay attention when I show y'all Donnie shaking Putin's hand. We're going to get to that. Donnie is not a strong man. He's weak. And he want to pretend he's strong. Ain't nothing strong about Donald Trump. I'm stronger than Donald Trump, and I'm only 130 pounds. Well, look at this, y'all. Trump just kissed Putin. Trump just kissed Putin already. Look at the butterball. All our hope is that he bathed before he met Putin. Let's pray that he bathed before he went to meet Putin. But everybody knows. The whole world knows. He smells. Let me turn the music off. Y'all see him standing there talking to Putin. Who looks like the strong man and the weak man? Donnie's standing there red in the face like Putin have said something to scare the heebie-jeebies out of him. Yeah, Putin apparently has said something to scare the heebie-jeebies out of that orange man because he turned red. Honey, when I tell you I've heard how those Russians are, you don't want to F with them, Donnie. Putin got you by your little bitty balls. So, okay, let me go to more Putin stuff because y'all not ready for the other stuff. Instead of arresting war veteran Putin, Trump is rolling out the red carpet for him. Disgraceful. Well, hold on. And I'm going to read it to you. He rolled out the red carpet for Vladimir Putin. It says literally rolled out the red carpet for Vladimir Putin. Instead of arresting war criminal Putin, Trump is rolling it out to impress Vladimir Putin. What a disgrace. And that's from Occupy Democrats. He's embarrassing. He's not the man that we need in the Oval Office. We need a strong man. Hey. So, hold on. Trump meeting with Putin already off to a disastrous start as sirens sound. Hold on. I don't know why I keep hitting mute, y'all.
This meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin is already a disaster. They just kicked all of the press out the room. The press had been asking Vladimir Putin, will you commit to stop killing civilians in Ukraine? Vladimir Putin refused to answer the question. And then earlier when he was on the tarmac, Vladimir Putin pointed to his ear and acted like he didn't hear the question. Putin and Donald Trump were alone in the vehicle for the United States president.
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network.
And there were photos of Vladimir Putin laughing as though he was just humiliating Donald Trump and the United States. Russian propaganda TV.
Trump is a joke.
Saying Putin is all smiles. He's laughing in the vehicle. Also, as far as who left their airplane,
look at Trump's face.
Donald Trump got off Air Force One, which is kind of often a sign of subservience in a diplomatic conversation between Donald Trump and Putin, and you'll just see how giddy Donald Trump was to greet Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump was like clapping like a little boy watching
like a schoolgirl
for the first time. It was so grotesque to watch. While all of this is taking place, Kyiv is under attack. At least air sirens are going off, signaling an imminent attack on Kyiv. I will play that for you in a moment. We'll bring this all together Just here's the photo right here. You'll see of Vladimir Putin
He laughing at Trump.
I'll show you what it looked like as Vladimir Putin was riding away with Trump. You can see him all smiles and laughing. Let's play this clip right here.
Of this because he's getting a picture greeted by the President of the United States on U.S. soil after more than 3 years of being a pariah in the world for invading a democracy in Europe.
The way RT is saying, that's Russian TV, Putin and Trump sharing a chuckle after getting into POTUS's beast. What are you thinking that they are laughing about? Well, this is what's going on in Kyiv right now. You can hear the air sirens going off, signaling imminent ballistic missile and drone attacks. Here, play this clip. This meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin is already a disaster. They just kicked all of the press out the room. The press had been asking Vladimir Putin, will you commit to stop killing civilians in Ukraine? Vladimir Putin refused to answer the question. And then earlier,
that's
when he
twice
was on the
in
tarmac,
Alaska, he
Vladimir
refused to
Putin
answer
pointed
the
to
question.
his ear and acted like he didn't hear the question. Putin and Donald Trump were alone in the vehicle.
Donald Trump excited to see Putin. He want to wrap his lips all around him, put his lips all around him, and his hips.
Just humiliating Donald Trump and the United States. Russian propaganda TV, they're out there saying Putin is all smiles. He's laughing in the vehicle. Also, as far as who left their airplane first, Donald Trump got off Air Force One, which is kind of often a sign of subservience in a diplomatic conversation between Donald Trump and Putin, and you'll just see how giddy Donald Trump was to greet Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump was like clapping like a little boy watching.
I told you, a little schoolgirl was Donnie.
It was so grotesque.
He was so glad to see his lovers lane.
Kyiv is under attack. At least
His
air
daddy
sirens are going off, signaling an imminent attack on Kyiv. I will play that for you in a moment. We'll bring this all together. Just here's the photo right here. You'll see of Vladimir Putin laughing. I'll show you what it looked like as Vladimir Putin was riding away with Trump. You can see him all smiles and laughing. Let's play this clip right here.
Of this because he's getting a picture greeted by the President of the United States on U.S. soil after more than 3 years of being a pariah in the world for invading a democracy in Europe.
The way RT is saying, that's Russian TV, Putin and Trump sharing a chuckle after getting into POTUS's.
Okay, one moment, please. Now, you pay attention who's sad when they get off the Air Force One and who's happy. Pay attention to this. Fat boy Trump looked like he's sad. He looked like he said, me so sad, me sad. That's what Trump looks like. Daddy Putin spanked me. That's what it looks like he's saying, in my opinion. He looks so sad and disappointed. Hold on, y'all. Pay attention. Uh-oh, hold on. I'm trying to mute the thing because I don't want to get in trouble. But look at Trump's face. He looks so sad. And then I'm going to show y'all Putin. Watch his little face. He looks sad. Daddy Trump look bad. Hit that like button, everybody. Come on. He looks so pitiful. Fat boy sad. Now watch the other man just as old as him ran down the steps. Now watch Putin run down there youthful. He's close to Donnie's age. Putin and Donnie close to each other's age. Putin is an older man but in shape, while Donnie is a fat butterball. Now who looks sad? Tell me your opinion in the chat. Who looks sad coming down from their planes? Putin came down his plane. Donnie came down Air Force One. But Donnie looks so sad. Look like, I'm scared of my daddy. He gonna whoop me. That's what it looked like to me. So let's see what I got more about old Putin. Oh, okay. So when you compare Donnie when he meets Putin and when President Barack Obama would meet Putin, look at the photo and tell me which one looked more presidential in the chat, okay? Because Donnie, like, he's sad to see his girlfriend. Donnie, like, he's happy to see his girlfriend, I meant. Okay, now look at President Barack Obama. He looked like he's saying, try me. Why would you try me? Well, Donnie looked like he happy to see his girlfriend. Which one is more presidential? Donnie is not a tough guy. He's a wussy. Look at him. He look like I'm going to bow down, get on my knees, and go to work. While President Barack Obama look like, you try me. You try me, you Russian piece of S-H-I, ... Donald Trump is not a strong man. But see, MAGA wouldn't know a strong man if it stood in their face. They wouldn't know. Don't forget to go check out my short. Hit the like button.
President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir.
When they questioned him, he acted like he couldn't hear.
President Donald Trump and Russian President
Vladimir got game. He's fit. Donald Trump like a fat turkey standing next to Vladimir Putin.
Donald Trump and Russian President
Vladimir was KG, what they call it, KGB or something like that. They said Donnie was, but I can't picture. He's a weak little wussy. He's a wussy. They like to get that bussy tapped. Tap, tap, tap in. Hit that like button. Stop playing in my face. Stop playing in my beautiful face. So are y'all, hold on, we got some more Putin stuff. One moment, please. Drink plenty of water. Good for your skin and your hair. Water good for your entire body. This is water in my wine glass. My real crystal glass is water. It works for it's good for the entire body. Hold on, beautiful kings and queens. I love these ladies.
Kylie, play the clip.
Look at Donnie. Nasty. Nasty boy.
Oh my God, we are good conservative women. How did we get such footage like that? What is that? Filth pumps?
Subscribe to I Had It on YouTube. I've had it.
On a microphone.
These women are powerful.
Very familiar with how to perform right.
I told you.
I got the distinct impression it was a swallow job. I got the distinct impression that that wasn't his first time to do such a thing. Well, he met with Vladimir Putin in private before. That he certainly has. So, as we all know, Trump is the weakest foreign policy president this country has ever seen. He's going to go to Alaska, and Vladimir Putin will put a leash, a ball gag in his mouth, a la Pulp Fiction style, and walk him around, if you get my drift. All right. Next up, we hear his cankles the day before he leaves for Alaska. Lying and making shit up in the Oval. Play the clip.
Thank you.
More affordable for American seniors.
Thank you, Victorious One. Thank you, Queen.
So we had the worst inflation in the history
Thank
of our
you,
country.
King Allen.
And now our inflation is down to a perfect number, beautiful numbers, hardly any at all.
Beautiful numbers.
And
He
yet
never
our
makes
country's
sense.
taking in
He
tens
never
of
makes
billions of
sense.
dollars and trillions of dollars, actually trillions of dollars in tariffs. And you know all about it. It's been
Oh, we know. We
amazing.
paying the
They say,
tariffs.
why are we taking in so much money? Last week they found $29 billion and they couldn't figure out where it came from. I said, check the tariff shelf.
Yeah, we're paying it. The American people are paying the tariffs.
Taking in billions and even trillions of dollars in tariffs.
And it's going to him and his rich oligarchies, not the American
were taking
people.
advantage of us for many, many years. And they were doing that to us, but our people didn't know.
Pause it and leave this up. Of course, everything that just came out of his mouth is a total lie. This is a person that is in advanced cognitive decline. I believe his age is something like 94, 95 years old. He lies about being 6'3". He's actually 5'10". He lies about weighing 215 pounds. He's actually probably 350, 400.
Yeah.
He cannot blend his makeup. But here's what the community note says. Tariffs are not paid by other countries. They are paid by the importing company.
And then they put a
Tariffs are
tax on
often
us.
passed on to consumers. Inflation is spiking. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. His number one goal is to hire sycophants that will bend over and do whatever he wants. And if he says, make me an inflation report that says inflation is perfect and make me a big, beautiful chart, that person will do it, because we have morons and idiots and Nazis and racists and fascists
Tell 'em,
running the
sister.
government. These are all betas that are doing whatever that demented 98-year-old man wants them to do. This is a public display of beta males on full display.
The MAGA Republicans are
United States of
beta
America.
males.
There were so many lies in that statement. I cannot believe people were not breaking in, like the reporter. No, that's not right. Inflation is up. The numbers prove you're lying. They just let him get away with it. And here's my question. If we are making so much money, trillions of dollars in tariffs, why is the deficit skyrocketing? Why are you cutting?
We are up to
tens of millions
$37
of people
trillion
off
in
Medicaid,
debt because
taking
of
food
Trump.
out of people's mouth? If your economic policy is so great, why are the American people going to pay more for products? Because you're fucking lying. And I want to go on the permanent record and say, I think Donald Trump, in my opinion, when he leaves office, should we ever get that lucky, he will have pocketed so
I hope God
much
just
money
take
that
him.
belong to the federal government, whether it's gold cards, a kickoff. I mean, he is robbing the Treasury,
American
in my
people.
opinion. Well, and he's also a communist. He's also now having the United States government invest into companies. And if a Democrat did something like this, I mean, Fox News would be full-blown flatline. I mean, I don't know that there's enough ER docs that could resuscitate them. Moving along, speaking of Fox.
You right, most
their
of us,
feelings
God
are
doesn't want
very,
him.
very hurt about some statements made about Governor Abbott. And it appears to me here that they're going a little woke. And I thought this was the fuck your feelings crowd. Play the clip.
Congressman Greg Abbott, who is in a wheelchair, and Newsom
Yeah,
says he
wheelchair
rolled
thug.
over for Trump. That's almost as bad as Jasmine Crockett calling him Governor Hot Wheels. You know, we asked for
He
a
is
statement,
Governor Hot
and
Wheels. He's a
Newsom's office
thug.
said something flippant like, you know, oh, you're so woke. He'll get over it. Abbott will get over it. Your response to that?
They can't.
They
handle
can
it.
call
They
Jasmine
can't
Crockett
handle
low
it. What
IQ, but
somebody
she
does
can't
to them,
call
what
Abbott
they've
Hot
been
Wheels.
doing
I'll call him
to half the country
we're a thug
for
in a
decades.
wheelchair.
They cannot
Run and
handle
tell
it.
that.
It's not Congressman, it's
Here's a
Governor.
thug.
Good for Jasmine
Like
Crockett
Donald
for
Trump.
calling him Governor Hot Wheels, because here's the thing. We are dark woke right now, all right? We are, when it comes to criticizing
We're ready for
and
war right
bullying
now.
the right, if you're fat, we're going to call you fat.
Donnie
If you're
fat.
in a wheelchair and yet you're voting against the rights of people in wheelchairs, then we're going to call your ass out. We are done being nice to you.
No
We
more
are
nice.
absolutely done with this. So get ready, fuck your feelings crowd, because your feelings are about to get eviscerated. We're just getting started.
Oh, I love her.
We
Tell
have
them.
had it. You guys are pathetic. Fox News is a non-stop
Beta
lying
males.
machine for dumb people. Dumb people that are so intellectually lazy that they
Low
will
IQ
not
males.
listen to the objective truth, because they don't have the thinking skills to resolve it, to form their own thoughts. So you have all of these sycophants and all of these just traitors
I
to
love this
democracy,
woman.
traitors to the ideals of the United States of America.
She
that work at
will
Fox
eviscerate
News,
you
which is
like I
foreknown,
will.
by the way. And they bend over for that.
And they take it. Take that. Take that.
Of all people, it is absolutely pathetic. Governor Gavin Newsom said, yeah, we rolled over. Get over it. Fuck your feelings. Get ready for it, because there's more coming. Well, I completely agree. And my first thought was, you put a fascist in power so you could say the R word, and now you're mad about rolled over. And here's the thing. We've traveled in Texas. Texas residents call him. Everybody calls him Hot Wheels. I mean, everyone.
He
does.
has
We
that
did-
on
we
his
did
tag.
Shows in Dallas and Austin. And,
I call him a thug
Houston.
in a
Everybody
wheelchair.
calls him Hot Wheels. Everybody. Jasmine Crockett just said what everybody said. He's a dick. He's a pussy. He's an evil motherfucker. He absolutely is. So he hates women. He hates kids. He loves guns. He wants to kiss Donald Trump's ass. He wants to incarcerate women that are trying to receive health care. He wants to
He wanna
prosecute
toss
physicians that are
Donald
trying to
Trump's
help them
salad.
receive health care. He's a homophobe. homophobic, racist, sack of
Them be
shit.
the ones that
Get
are
damn
gay
right.
though, that always
Fuck
being
your feelings is
homophobic.
coming right back at you. We're gonna start boomerang
DL.
that stuff. All right. Next up, some delicious news. Please put up the chart. So here is a poll where a recent Pew poll where Trump is underwater with every demographic. Total underwater with all groups, 60%. With men, 56% disapprove of Kankel's McTaco tits. If you want to know why they're all up in arms about liberal white women, because he's underwater 63%. White people, he's underwater 52%. Black people, the best imaginable, 83% disapprove.
We're sick of them.
Hispanic people, 70% disapprove. Asian people, 66% disapprove. And y'all may remember earlier this week my viral video where I said triple Trumpers, people that triple trumped. And then the Fox News response was, oh, he grew with all the minorities. Here
That's
are
a
his
lie.
numbers with minorities. 83%
In the
disapprove
toilet.
that are black, 70% disapprove that are Hispanic, and 66 Asian. Here's a huge swing. 33 points, you guys, ages 18 to 29, 66% disapprove. 30 to 49, 65% disapprove. 50 to 64, 54% disapprove. And 65 plus, 53%. And then you can go, and then it goes into education. But here's what I want to point out here. High school or less, you remember Trump, we love the poorly educated.
Yeah.
56% of those that have a high school
Special
degree
ed.
or less, 56% disapprove of Kankel's McTaco tits. So all of this bullshit when he runs around saying, I have a 90% approval rating. I have this amazing approval rating. It's a lie. It is a total lie. And how you know that these numbers are true is very simple. He will not allow the midterms to go without cheating, without militarizing the streets, because if he could run,
they even want Elon to come back and help them now.
But he can't, because
but Elon said no.
That he is completely underwater with every demographic, even his coveted poorly educated, because he's dicking them over the most. And they might not have the pedigree, but I'm telling you something, these people are not stupid, and they are realizing that Donald Trump is beholden to only other millionaires and billionaires.
Yep.
Has no interest in
helping us,
working class Americans. That's all we have for today. Please subscribe, like our channel. Thank you so much. We got over 1 million subs. Like this video, buy our book, Life is a Lazy Susan of Shit Sandwiches, and we'll see you all later.
Please subscribe to, I've had it up. I love them. I had it. It's I''V''E had it. These two women are powerful, so pay attention to their faces is on the thing. One moment, I'm trying to see if I have any more Vladimir Putin for you beautiful people. Before we go to our Epstein's up, or do you want to put Epstein last? Tell me what y'all think. Y'all want to go ahead to the Epstein files before the regular news? What y'all want to do, beautiful kings and queens? Tell me in the chat. Or y'all want to hear some government Newsom stuff right quick? Okay, we're going to do a little government Newsom because I love that man. Wait a minute, I got some more Putin. Hold on.
If true, this is some very demoralizing news. According to Trump biographer and world-renowned journalist Michael Wolff, Donald Trump is considering sacrificing Ukraine to distract from Jeffrey Epstein. Quote, I'm going to have to do Ukraine, end quote, is what Trump is allegedly telling aides when it comes to distracting from the Jeffrey Epstein mess.
We would not
Trump
be
is going
distracted.
to pull out all U.S. involvement in Ukraine in order to get his base thinking about something other than Jeffrey Epstein. Could this man be any more guilty? If true, this is some very demoralizing news. According to Trump biographer and world-renowned journalist Michael Wolff, Donald Trump is considering sacrificing Ukraine to distract from...
That doesn't surprise me. Donnie would do anything to try to shut our mouths about the Epstein files. So I'm just going to really dig into it till it hurt. But he might like the pain, because anybody that like getting a bodussy messed with like pain. That's what I heard. Okay. We're going to get on to some good old Epstein stuff since, you know. So during a 3-hour-long deposition with Jeffrey Epstein, they asked him about Trump. And guess what he said about Trump? He said, Trump doesn't have a moral compass. That's what Epstein said. So, have you noticed maggots are now commenting on these posts? We need to win the midterm by any means necessary possible. Hey, Democrats, governors and lawmakers, grow some BALLS and do get it done. Restrict whatever it takes, because we cannot let Donald Trump back in that office again. We got to get him out of there before the 4-year term is up, because we don't give a... He got to go. Hold on.
That Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it. She's actually always been very voluptuous.
Most men would be mad if somebody says your daughter's a piece of ASS.
We don't know whether or not she's got this far yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of... I would love some of that.
That's what Donald Trump said
Trump was referring to
about a teenager.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, you know, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I stayed there with no...
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew.
He lied.
But it's a tough story.
Trump has been...
Hit the like button, please. Thank you. Hit the like button.
Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators.
He wished her ex-trafficker well. That's how you know he's sick in the mind. Donald Trump needs to be kicked out the White House. Not carried out. He needs to be kicked out the White House. One moment, please.
How would you like to be the husband of the wife that was, you know, playing around with a 14-year-old kid? Unbelievable. By the way, did you see what she looked like?
It's not bad.
Not bad? Yeah, I'd say so.
No. Well,
I know a lot of guys are trying to date her right now, Tom.
well, I don't know what your teachers looked like when you were in school, but...
None of them look like that, believe me. So do you think this 14-year-old kid is scarred forever? He might have put the move on her. It might have given him confidence, actually. How would you like to be...
You know they're trying to change the age of consent to 14. And he's over here bragging about somebody messing with a young boy that's 14 years old. Donald Trump is not fit to be in the Oval Office. It's that simple. There's nothing else I need to say on that. He's not fit. He shouldn't be sitting in the Oval Office. He should be sitting behind bars.
Last year, the Biden administration allowed our investigators to look at portions of the file. We did that at the Treasury building. Here is what it says. Treasury's Epstein file details, Mr. President, 4,725 wire transfers. Let me repeat that.
Donald Trump to Epstein.
4,725 wire transfers, adding up to nearly $1.1 billion flowing in and out of just one of Mr. Epstein's bank accounts. If you
Donald Trump sent wires to
that
Epstein.
is more than 4,000 potential
And money is
lines of
still going into this
investigation.
account where he's supposed to be unalive.
Hundreds of millions more flowed through other accounts. That's even a lot more to investigate. The file shows that Mr. Epstein used multiple Russian banks, which are now under sanctions, to process payments related to sex trafficking. Last year, the Biden administration allowed our investigators to look at portions of the file. We did that at the Treasury building. Here is what it says. Treasury's Epstein file details, Mr. President, 4,725 wire transfers. Let me repeat that. 4,725 wire transfers, adding up to nearly $1.1 billion.
That tells me they ain't got to show us Epstein files, but we want them. We want them. And we don't want redacted files, Pam Bundy. You should be locked up too. You're doing a cover-up for someone that just may, in my opinion, have taken advantage of teenagers. Preteens, too. It has been said. And in my opinion, I have every right to believe it. One moment, please. Just a moment.
To this, and all of you, critics are saying, hey, well, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. The New Yorker, for example, says the number. How much is Trump pocketing off the presidency? Axios. President Trump and his family stand to net $3.4 billion by the end of the second term. David Kirkpatrick reports for the New Yorker in a piece today the number of why it matters. No U.S. president has monetized the highest off in the land quite like this. Eric, your answer to those headlines.
Brian, it's infuriating. We had nowhere to go. Capital One stripped 300 bank accounts from me. 300.
So you steal from the Americans?
After doing business for 20-something years, all your bank accounts for golf courses and condominiums.
Because y'all did illegal stuff. You stole from cancer charities.
Pay your employees. This happened across the board. It happened with J.P. Morgan Chase. It happened with Bank of America. It happened with First Republic. And this wasn't just happening to the Trumps, people with a lot of zeros on the end. This was happening to conservatives all over the country. We didn't have a damn choice. I don't notice them talking about
take from the American people.
We had to spend fighting lawfare. That doesn't matter, right? That was all nonsense, right? Russia, you name it. Impeachment 1, hoax 2, 3, 4, 5, infinity. No one talks about that.
Boy, go do nose candy. We don't want to listen to you. You've been doing that nose candy. Go away.
And unlike all the other people who'd served as a presidency before, basically since our founding fathers, Trump was the only guy that was actually a businessman before that. Are we supposed to stop running our businesses? Are we supposed to stop doing anything?
He ran bad business. He filed bankruptcy 6 times. His casinos closed. His steaks line flopped. And on and on and on. He's talking about his father like he's a great businessman. Well, why he didn't close the deal with Putin today? Because Putin know better. Putin is smarter than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not a smart man with a low IQ. Catch that, T-MAGA. And run with it fast as you can. One moment, please. I don't know if I showed y'all this because I can't remember.
That Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it.
I can't listen to that no more. The way he talks about his daughter, I can't play that no more. It's despicable. He's despicable. He's nasty. He's grimy. He's dirt from the earth. Let me see what this is. That's not what I'm looking for. One moment, please. I'm trying to find this what I'm looking for about Epstein.
Chances are you heard at this point how the FBI
hit the like button
from the Epstein files, but I feel like a headline like this really doesn't capture the essence of what that really means. This tweet does a better job. Bloomberg reports Trump had the FBI redact his name from 100,000 documents in the Epstein files.
You hear that, MAGA?
Went through a ton of digital data and redacted Trump's name.
Your daddy just may be a pedo.
Why would you need your name redacted if you were innocent?
FDT.
Further perspective, it was a Herculean task that involved as many as 1,000 FBI agents and other personnel pulling all-nighters while pouring through the more than 100,000 documents. Only here's the thing. It's not just Donald Trump. It's not just him. It's also the Johns. Remember, Pam Bondi and Mike Johnson have both on multiple occasions said this is about
and a vast majority of them are Republican MAGA. MAGA Republicans on that Epstein file list.
Very specific choice of language means
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans on the Epstein file list.
Etc. And that evidence that they don't want to get in trouble. And Trump also confirmed this in a recent press conference.
And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved. Or
talking about his ugly face.
That would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people.
Don't want people to get in trouble. Don't want the people who were there and participated to get in trouble, which also includes me. You know how many times my name has to be removed from a list of pedophile clients? Zero times. I'm not going to come up in any version of someone like that. Meanwhile, he had to have 1,000+ personnel spend all-nighters reviewing more than 100,000 documents.
Yes, 100,000 files, pages.
I'm just saying, walks like a duck, talks like a duck.
It's a duck.
An orange fucking duck. Chances are you heard at this point how the FBI redacted Trump's name.
But you can't tell MAGA that nothing because MAGA, the ones that live in the hillbilly hills, they get with their nieces, they sleep with their sisters. Y'all just nasty. Your children, disgusting people. This is some MAGA situation right here. A 34-year-old married a 12-year-old girl. That's some MAGA stuff. In 1937, that's how long these MAGAs been around. They nasty. In 1937, a 12-year-old girl married a 34-year-old man. And it was legal. And Donnie now want to roll it back to that. Not just back to slavery, but back to where you can be with a 12-year-old, 14-year-old. You sick MFers. You weren't raised right. And you don't know the Lord. You don't. And they say you love Jesus Christ. It ain't the same Jesus Christ I love because let me school you on something right quick, okay?
The reason it matters that Jesus is black, yeah, I know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. It matters, bro. We stole an entire identity from these people.
Hit the like button.
There was a race that was chosen by God, okay? When God was playing this Sims game, he chose a black character, okay? Because that most closely related and identified with his personality. He wanted to be humble.
And his skin, and his image, his hair.
Bro, the entire Bible
y'all don't have coarse hair.
Story about black people.
Hair like wool. You don't have it, white folks.
They're going to be first, bro. It's the entire Bible is like the redemption of a race that was being used for slavery since the beginning of time. Think about this. This is why black people are superior to white people. This is why they can run faster. They have harder heads. This is why they can jump higher. They're the chosen race of God. It's so
we hit face, harder.
Dude. The Egyptians with the cornrow hair.
We hit harder too.
Where are all our Egyptian people, bro? I don't have any Egyptian friends. I've never met an Egyptian dude. It's like they just disappeared, dude. What happened to that whole race of people? It's black people, okay? When you read the Bible, the reason it doesn't make sense to you is because you're not replacing
And you're not in the Bible
with black person. Black people. You have the most sacred, beautiful position. You have the biggest shoes to fill. I am so sorry for everything. You'll all see. You'll all see when we get up there. You'll see when we get up there and Juicy J is playing. Okay? You'll be like, oh!
He talking about Jesus when he said Juicy J.
Crazy dude on TikTok was right. It's everywhere in history. White people whitewash history wherever we go. We take that for ourselves. Bro, the Egyptians had electricity, okay? The Luxor, the Black Pyramid that shoots up light into the sky. What do you think that's about, dude? They had electricity, dude. The Nile had all the elements for batteries and electricity, like the copper and the salt water and the limestone and everything. Look up the Djed Towers, dude. Anyway, Jesus is black and he's coming back. The reason it matters that
Y'all gonna learn one day. You gonna learn. You gonna learn. One moment, please.
Ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
You do it with your nasty self.
Take this. Jeffrey Epstein takes the Fifth about Donald Trump, and he won't release.
Uh-oh, it froze. Why did
Epstein
it?
files.
Okay.
He thinks you're sheep. Stupid sheep.
Matt is.
This is the moment you have to decide if hiding the secrets of a giant pedophile criminal enterprise is really who you are. Demand the release of the Epstein files. Or be
Look at MAGA. They sheep.
your choice, MAGA.
They just dumb. They'll jump off the cliff, honey. I like to give credit to Lincoln Project USA. Give credit to them. Now this right here is some ghetto mess. Some ghetto mess that Donald Trump has done. Donald Trump spent $500,000 on ICE rap vehicles for rap music video. Don't y'all talk about black people no more? Don't you fix them little thin paper lips, them D-suckers? Don't do it.
We have some news right now. According to Rolling Stone, ICE and the Trump administration
Hit the like button, please.
$560,000 of your money, taxpayer dollars, to buy new trucks for ICE, to wrap them in new black and gold wrapping, and then to film a rap music video that they later posted.
Stealing from the black
media,
culture.
Featuring these new trucks.
Don't do rap music. We
trying to
created
hype up
that.
The fact that ICE officials are doing enforcement activities throughout Washington, D.C.
Culture
The Trump
vultures.
administration has long been talking about the fact that there's too much government waste, fraud, and abuse. And despite that, the Trump administration has engaged in some of that waste, fraud, and abuse that it has denounced for many months, spending $500,000 plus on new wraps for ICE vehicles, new vehicles themselves, just to shoot a rap music video.
And what are the American people getting? Nothing. They taking from us.
Something that DOJ should actually probably take a look at. In any event, I'm here in Washington, D.C. Things are quiet right now. I'll provide you updates as we get more information, so spread the word and follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. I'll have much more to come soon. We have some news right now.
Subscribe to Aaron Pointers. Also follow him on Instagram. You won't regret it. Everything that I show you, beautiful kings and queens, is fair use, great for educational purpose, great for research purposes. That's what we're doing, research. And great for entertainment. We got to get on to some fine government Newsom, because that's a nice looking man. I know he's married and I respect his wife. But girl, you picked him good. You didn't pick a Donald Trump. You didn't want a fat boy that you can push over and roll around. He'll roll around like a bowling pin. But Governor Newsom, whew, ooh, ooh, when a centipede is hot, it takes all it got. Governor Newsom make you pull out your fan, baby. Ooh, where them fans at? Woo, where them fans at? Hey, Governor Newsom is what you want and what you need. He got a beautiful wife. Stay with your wife, baby. Do right by her. So I'm gonna show you. He's the biggest, the baddest. Governor Newsom, honey. Donald Trump can't hang.
To Donald Trump right now, what would you say to him?
Just grow up, stand back. Where's your sense of decency and humanity?
Listen to that voice, sexy.
Guys like you come and go.
His voice is amazing.
There'll be hundreds of you. I know you're trying to
Handsome.
wire this, but you ain't gonna be around forever. You know, you want to be the star, and you don't care if you're the heel or the hero. There's not a lot of nobility in that. I'm not here to give Donald Trump any advice. He's incapable.
That's a man right there, an alpha male. Donald Trump is beta.
Should be all about empathy and care and compassion and lifting other people.
He ain't got compassion. Donald ain't got compassion.
Damn differences. He's anathema to all of that.
Donnie ain't got compassion, Newsom. You wasting your beautiful breath talking about a slime ball. He ain't got it. He ain't gonna get it. One moment, please. Just a moment. One moment. Everybody loves this man.
Have a seat and listen up. Matter of fact, move your thumb. It ain't time to scroll. Thank you. You see this photo of me and Governor Gavin Christopher Newsom shaking hands? It's because sometimes you gotta let bygones be bygones so you could get the work done, okay? You don't gotta agree with everything this man be on. That's your prerogative. But right about now, we in the squabble of our life and we need him on our team, okay? These people are out here trying to racially gerrymander their states so that black people and people of color don't have voting rights anymore, okay? The Supreme Court might just get rid of the Voting Rights Act next session. So be mindful of that. We on his squad right now, okay?
Deep, squad deep.
We not finna mess this up again. We not finna do him the same way we did Biden and Kamala last year, which is how we ended up in the mess we in right now. We gonna ride, okay? And when he get out
ride
of line,
till the wheels fall off.
But as of right now, we gonna ride.
I believe he gonna run for president. He has my vote.
Now we think out of line, we don't show it off in public. We gonna bring him to the back and we gonna highlight him and get him straight because we already know what type of time he on in 2028. So he gonna act accordingly. But we not finna do this public show out right about now. We finna be one band, one sound, on the same page. You hear me? Now, y'all know I'm a Cali girl, and Cali hold a lot of weight in this country when it comes to taxes.
Yeah, California's a blue state.
Of the federal income taxes in this country. Okay, we got one of the biggest populations in the country. We need these seats, okay? Texas is trying to racially gerrymander their seats so that Republicans get 5 additional seats in the House of Representatives, which would make it hard for a Democrat to get elected anywhere out there. But aside from that, like I mentioned, the Supreme Court might just get rid of the Voting Rights Act completely, which is what we had to prevent all these kind of racist tactics. So Governor Gavin Newsom said today Liberation Day, homie. So since y'all don't want to back off y'all maps, y'all still want to play these games, Cali got something for you. Get spooked. Cause we gon' pick-a-boo. What you thought? You thought that was, it's not a game. We out here, we with it, and we finna ride. And we finna ride. Do y'all hear me? And we finna ride. Okay, have the day you deserve. Okay, so boom.
Have the day you deserve. Eduardo, suck an eggplant. And if it's the Eduardo that used to work on the TV show with me, I loved you. You was somebody I cared about. Because I noticed somebody named Eduardo keep coming in my chat. If it's the person that worked on the TV show with me, I loved you. You talked about my race poorly, and I stepped across your neck with my foot. Don't test me. I'd make you regret it in person. That's how bad I am. I'm Michael Jackson bad. Now, let's love on each other. Keep making bad comments in my chat. Now I realize who it is.
To make a question of cognitive ability, I think we should consider what happened in Alberta, Canada, just this week, where President Trump was at a press conference with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. and said the following. You all know the great PM of the UK, and we just signed a document. President Trump continued. We just signed it, so we have our trade agreement with the EU. Britain has not been a party to the EU for 5 years, but President Trump made a statement which clearly was wrong. Now I'd like you to see a short video that includes some other examples of cognitive ability.
The people that came
He's in cognitive
they're
decline.
eating the cats. They're eating.
He look like a nut.
Is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnet. The kidney has a very special place in the heart.
Low IQ.
Right, and then I see the
Low IQ.
It knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that?
Hit the like button, beautiful ones.
Injection inside or almost a cleaning. This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. When you ran out the healthy arms, you ran out of really healthy. They had great arms, but they ran out.
He is demented.
It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular. Maduro, Venezuela, it's unbelievable. Well, I don't know about it. I mean, obviously, I'm not involved.
We're going to make a question of cognitive ability. I think we should consider what happened in Alberta, Canada, just this week, where President Trump was at a press conference with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and said the following. You all know the great PM of the UK, and we just signed a document. President Trump continued. We just signed it, so we have our trade agreement with the EU. Britain has not been a party to the EU for 5 years, but President Trump made a statement which clearly was wrong. Now I'd like you to see a short video that includes some other examples of cognitive ability.
The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating.
The only person eating the cats and the dogs is Donald Trump. That's why he's so fat. When you eat things that are unhealthy, you get fat. He's fat and just disgusting. A fat, slime, grimy. Oh, and he scared me with that face. Now, I'm going to let y'all listen to something that JD Vance got booed out and rejected by a restaurant. They wouldn't let him in. Hold on.
Vance tried to dine at a restaurant in England on his lavish vacation and got rejected and turned away by the staff at the door. According to some reports, JD tried to dine at the Bull in Charlbury, Oxfordshire, an early 16th century countryside pub, but the staff reportedly staged a mutiny, telling management they would not show up to work if the venue accepted Vance's dinner booking, according to Pop B, a newsletter from Thursday. And inevitably, he was rejected, not allowed to dine at that restaurant, and the rejection is all the more embarrassing considering the fact that Vice President Kamalaharris had dined there just weeks before.
And she's black. They like her, but they don't like JD Vance.
Daughter, Eve. So man, JD Vance's England trip has completely backfired on him, whether it be embarrassing moments like this or protests being staged. His lavish vacation that he's on right now, not going to plan. It really does warm my heart.
JD fancy pants, baby, we don't care, honey. Because you and that Trump regime gotta go. Now, if something happened, Dookie Diaper Donnie, Diaper Boy Donnie, then JD Vance gonna be in there. So God, you need to take both of them, God. Just take them. I don't care how they go, Lord. Send them to Mars and don't let them come back. Let them burn on Mars. Don't let them come back, God. Send them away.
We have some extremely serious news overnight. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of the United States, completely stripped power from the D.C. Police Commissioner, naming an emergency
Send her to Mars too,
and
God.
wiping
Send
out any
Pam Bondi to
sanctuary
Mars.
city policies in Washington, D.C.,
And leave
which
them.
means that local law enforcement
To
will now be
burn.
coordinating with Border Patrol, with ICE, to conduct immigration enforcement throughout Washington,
Take
D.C.
'em, Lord.
This comes as D.C. residents continue to protest the National Guard and the military presence wherever they see it. There are signs of fascism being held in front of National Guard members. People rolling down the streets, yelling at them to tell them to go home, tell them to hold up their oath and not comply with the Trump administration's actions. With the weekend coming up, we expect there to be a major presence throughout the city. I will be watching it every single step of the way. I'll be on the ground reporting live tonight and throughout the weekend, so spread the word and follow along for all the news you need to know about. This is going to be a very busy next 48 hours.
Again, subscribe to Aaron Partners. Aaron Partners, please. That's AARON. Last name PARNAS. Follow him on Instagram. Trust me, you won't regret it. So let's listen to some of Biden Jr., I would say.
I think it was like a side.
Epstein? No. Nobody does. I mean, really, except for all of a sudden, Cash Patel.
It's stupid because Eduardo is a Latino.
Is that you have the
stupid?
You have that renowned doctor, the coroner.
He hated his own race and black people.
That did the what's it called?
And that's why I fell out with him.
Yeah, the postmortem autopsy.
I don't know if that's what.
He talks about all the different, the different fractures in his neck and how it was impossible that he could have done that.
You can't
by simply
commit suicide by strangling yourself.
What?
You can't commit suicide.
Exactly.
You can't strangle yourself to death, even if you hate life.
Yes, exactly. That literally is an impossibility in a fiction. And there's this idea that what he did is like he leaned forward. Well, none of it matches.
This is about Epstein.
That guy that just testified that, not testified, he was interviewed that was in the cell next to Jeffrey Epstein's. And he said it's just absolutely impossible that he would have been able to do that. Now you have the tape that comes out. And it's not just 1 minute missing.
Donnie, what you know about this, Donnie?
From the tape has been overwritten.
I smell a rat, and it came out of Donnie's behind.
Well, that yeah. I mean, it's and just that alone, you have someone that everyone absolutely knows that if anything happens to him is going to.
It happened on Donald Trump's watch. He was the man in the Oval Office.
He dies, and the guy.
He was arrested while Donnie was in office and taken out of here from his life while Donnie was in office.
Died in mysterious ways in prison, and the woman who's living in Australia, she commits suicide just before that. I mean, look again.
I agree with Hunter Biden.
But clearly, I mean, who believes that he killed himself?
No one.
Nobody.
No one believes it. I don't believe it. But if something tells me somebody with an orange face is involved. Something tells me that the orange man knows something. But what's sad, he doesn't even know he smelled when he wears the same diaper all day long. Donnie, get you some diaper rash cream, okay? Because that's going to burn. Unless you're used to burning. You used to your head burning down there, Donnie. You nasty. You nasty. One moment, please. So, Donnie goal with this Washington, D.C. thing is lock up all the black people. Lock up the homeless. It doesn't make sense. God, take Donnie away, please. We are living in a world of hate because of the orange man in the Oval Office. God, why President Joe Biden had to have cancer? Bad people never get what they deserve. God, bless those who are hungry and weak. Today in Atlanta is 100 degrees outside. There's homeless people who have no home, no one to love them, no one to care for them. No one would choose to be living outside in terrible heat, Donnie. Dear Heavenly Father, take Trump to Mars and leave him there for his soul to perish. Take him, Lord. That's a homeless guy. They trying to lock him up because he's homeless. And a black lady trying to help him get away from them, from the cops. Because he's homeless. Now being homeless is a crime in America.
What the pills say? What the pills say? Billion in breach. Yeah, we saying enough or something. So what the paper say? What the paper say? So this shelter not gonna take our property.
The shelters are closed.
For Martin Luther King, God would do it. Then she pointed the cop. So why you walk past them two people? We motherfuckers come with that down
They walk past two white guys that's homeless, didn't bother them, but they bothering the black man. Right now, because of old Donny boy, the one that walks around and funky, he's having the homeless arrested. He doesn't want them in D.C. anymore. We don't want you in D.C., Donny. You're not wanted anywhere. Your wife won't even let you touch her. She won't even let you in her panties anymore. She don't want to touch that diaper. Nor do anybody in the nursing home want to touch it. I went and touch it with a 10-foot pole. You're so funky. Donald Trump wants to harm the American people. The homeless people cannot help their homeless. No one wants to be homeless. Leave them alone. This is when God should really strike you, Donnie. Take them, God. Uh-oh, I got it on mute. Hold on.
When reporters ask Donald Trump about Jeffrey Epstein, he often deflects or ignores the questions. But we fact-checked some of the times where he addressed those questions head-on. On July 15th, Trump was asked...
Look at him, just horrible. Look, he got on a girdle right there. With a diaper.
The files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden information,
This is false. The files are real. The Justice Department has said there's over 300 gigabytes of records and other evidence related to its investigations into Jeffrey Epstein. Many of those documents have already been released. Secondly, those investigations did not occur under Comey, Biden, or Obama. The FBI first investigated Jeffrey Epstein in 2006 and reached a plea deal with him a year later. The president then was George W. Bush. Then in 2019, the Justice Department began investigating Epstein's plea deal. The president during that was Donald J. Trump. So there's no evidence that Comey, Biden, or Obama, quote unquote, made up the files. Trump was asked again on July 25th about his administration's handling of the Epstein files. Here's what he said.
You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton, who went to the island 28
He can't
times.
answer a question without blaming somebody.
In Clinton's case, there are two people who say he's visited the island one time. Clinton has denied that, and there's no evidence beyond that. Trump is most likely referring to flight logs. The records show that...
And his name all over it.
Jeffrey Epstein's private plane more than 24 times, but the logs do not show that he visited the island. It's also worth noting that Trump himself appears in these logs. The records show that he traveled at least 8 times on Epstein's
More than that. I gotta find the
In
video
July,
where he
the Wall
traveled
Street Journal
37
reported that Trump had
times.
sent Jeffrey Epstein a birthday note in the early 2000s with a crude drawing of a woman. Trump denied that on social media. Here's what he said. The Wall Street Journal printed a fake letter supposedly to Epstein. These are not
It's
my
real.
words, not the way I talk. Also, I don't draw pictures. This is false. After Trump made his social media post, the New York Times and other outlets reported on the many drawings that Trump has submitted over the years to charities. He drew pictures of buildings and the New York skyline. A few days later, Trump admitted that he did in fact draw sometimes, but he said he doesn't draw women.
Sometimes he was
Hit the like button, please.
4 lines and a little roof, for a charity stuff. I don't do.
But you said you don't draw, fat boy.
There is no evidence that Trump was involved in any of Epstein's illegal activities, but he continues
Because
to
he's
deny,
hiding it in the
deflect, and make
Epstein
false statements
files.
around the matter.
They won't
When reporters
release
ask
them
Donald Trump about Jeffrey
unredacted.
Epstein, he often deflects or ignores the questions. But we fact-checked some of the times where he addressed those questions head-on. On July 15th, Trump was asked why his administration has not released as many files as promised.
These files were made up by Comey. They were made up by...
I can't listen to that ugly man no more. He ugly inside and out. I can't listen to him. I can't stand looking at the man's face. He hurts my stomach every time I look at him. I don't know if I played this in Newsom yet, so let's see. And then we're going to get out of here.
Why else would you try to rig the system? Why else would you make the phone call? He's a failed president. Who else sends ICE same time?
Hit the like
Having a
button,
conversation
please.
Like this? Someone who's weak. Someone who's broken. Someone whose weakness is masquerading as strength. The most unpopular president in modern history. An economy that's collapsing all around him. We saw the new wholesale prices going up almost a full percentage point today. Inflation is going up. Job creation is going down.
Hello,
He's trying to
most of
rewrite
us. How you doing this evening?
Smithsonian, censoring historical facts. And in the spirit of what Adam Schiff said, he's trying to put America in reverse on voting rights, civil rights, LGBTQ rights, on women's rights. He wants to bring us back to a pre-1960s world. That's what this is all about. It's about power, and I want to end on this. And we are about to...
He's telling the truth about Donnie. It's about power. The ugly man is all about power, which tells me he has none. When somebody is only about power, they do not really have power. So this is, I'm going to show you that I'm going to read it to you. Hold on, I got to turn that music off. Everything come with music these days. So breaking news. And I'm going to show you that I'm going to read it to you. And I'm going to agree with Tom Cruise. I'm going to tell you what Tom Cruise think about old Dusty Butt Donnie with the diaper. Diaper Dan. Donnie. Tom Cruise says the world's biggest movie star, Tom Cruise, enrages MAGA world by rejecting a Lifetime Achievement Award from Donald Trump in his fascist-tainted Kennedy Center. See, I have 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards, which my faithful people have seen my Lifetime Achievement Awards from President Joe Biden. I have 2. I received one the early part of 2024, and then I got one in December, and I was scared to effing death that it would have Donald Trump's name on it, because it came after he was, you know, that Donald Trump supposedly won the Oval Office. But when I thank my Lord and Savior that it had President Joe Biden on it, when I tell you I Holy Ghost dance around, I was like, God, I don't want nothing with Donald Trump's name because I would have to throw it in the trash. Well, I have 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards from President Joe Biden, and I also have a gold medal. Yes, I do. That goes around my neck. And I have a nice pendant brooch that you can wear from President Joe Biden. So I understand. I wouldn't want to accept one, because this is the thing. I got some other stuff coming up, other awards coming up. And I pray to my Lord and Savior that it does not have Donald Trump name on it, because it is some things still left that President Joe Biden has already signed. So I pray to God it does not have that monster's name on it. I cannot put that on my wall. I don't want to see Donnie's face. I hate seeing his face. I don't want to hear his voice. And I don't want nothing with that man's name on it. He is a big, fat, ugly turd. That's what Donald Trump is. He's a monster in the Oval Office. He's a big, fat pig. Now, I can't show you that. But anyway, he's a turd. And I can't look at him. I don't want to look at him. Not in my house. See, this face reminds me of a turd. This Donald Trump with all that makeup on. He looks like a nasty turd. And if y'all watch my shorts, y'all know what short I'm talking about with the turd in it. That's what he looks like. He's so ugly. Inside and out, he's ugly. Well, I'm going to play something motivational for y'all. It's important that I do this. And we're going to get up out of here. I love y'all. God loves you. Oh, this is who Donnie is jealous of. And Donnie is mad he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. He wish he looked like this. Beautiful. The body. Jesus. Be a wheel in the vessel. Donnie jealous of President Barack Obama. So I'm going to leave y'all with something motivational to take y'all into the weekend till I can give you what you want, give you what you need Monday. Because I'm about to get out of here and I won't see y'all till Monday. So I'm giving you what you want and giving you what you need today, using fair use. So you got to wait till Monday to get more of me. So I'm going to leave you on a high note. Because after looking at this thing right there, you need something else to listen to. Because this is disgusting looking at Donnie. Donnie is gross. He's so gross. See, he didn't wear the girdle. I'm going to tell you, pay attention. When he wear his suits, he has on a girdle and a diaper so he doesn't look as big. And he wear his suit jacket big so it can camouflage that big fat gut and that wide waist and that wide butt like an old lady. He's disgusting. Let's get up out of here. I'm going to let y'all listen to this.
You were the strong one way too early. You didn't grow up. You braced. Because life didn't give you time to bloom. It asked you to survive. You were the strong one way too early. You were the responsible one. The emotional sponge. The kid that knew how to read the room better than play in it. You learned to carry
that was
what
me.
wasn't yours. To soothe people who scared you.
Amen.
To parent while still being a child. And now you're wondering why rest feels unsafe, why softness makes you flinch, why you don't know how to need without shame. But none of that is your fault. You adapted, you armored up, you made it. But listen, the strong version of you, it isn't the last of the story. There is still a soft version, a real version, and they're not gone, just waiting for permission. So let them come home. And I hope that helps just a little bit.
I hope that helps someone as well, y'all. I pray that that helped you because it really encourages me. And I just want to encourage you guys. We come here and talk about Donnie Boy daily, and it don't feel good. It feels gross, but it's okay. When y'all get a chance, go check out my shorts. You won't regret it because I put a short of me being out today, enjoying myself and walking. You can see me in this nice dress and this beautiful body that God blessed me with. Check it out. Check out all my shorts. Hit that like button before you leave out and make sure you like my shorts too. Comment, share, subscribe. Do it all, baby, for me. Because when you come to my life, I give you what you want. I give you what you need. Satisfaction guarantee. That's me. Hit that like button before you leave out. I love you guys. Let's encourage someone this weekend. Show love, give love, because I love you and I don't care what you got to say about it. You don't have to love me back. I'm worried about my soul getting to heaven. I'm worried about yours too. But if you ain't worried about it, that's on you. You can't get to heaven with hate in your heart. I can't get to heaven if I hate you. I love you too, Magga. You don't have to love me. It ain't going to hurt my feelings because I know where I'm going. I'm going with Jesus Christ. Have an amazing weekend, y'all. I see y'all Monday. If something really just happened that's good news that I can bring to y'all, I'm going to come and go live on the weekend. It got to be something worth coming live for. It's got to be. I love y'all. May God continue to bless you. And y'all have a prosperous weekend. Spread love, not hate. Let's motivate, evaluate, escalate, elevate. God bless. Bye, y'all.